Hello and welcome to the literary realm. I am Sharmishta Paul and I have created this channel for the students of literature and also for literature lovers. In this channel, I will post beautifully crafted English lessons for all, and I'm also planning to make videos on English grammar, boosting English vocabulary and fluency. For your information, I have been teaching English literature and English language for more than 8 years. I also offer online and offline classes, so in case anyone want to join my classes can directly call or WhatsApp me on the number that's been mentioned on the screen. You can also check the description box for more details. Subscribe to my channel for more such videos and press the bell icon for timely updates. Today we will discuss One Day I Wrote Her Name Upon the Strand. So without any further ado, let's just get into the video. One Day I Wrote Her Name is a beautiful love poem written by Edmund Spenser. It is basically a sonnet. What is a sonnet? Well, traditionally a sonnet is a fixed poetic form with a structure consisting of 14 lines adhering to a set rhymic scheme. The term sonnet derives from the Italian word sonetto, and usually the sonnets are written in iambic pentameters. What is iambic pentameters? So suppose you read this poem and you want to play a drum with it. So you play it like this. One day I wrote a name upon the strand. Okay, so this is called iambic pentameter. Pentameter means you hit the drum 5 times. So this is pentameter. And since you hit the drum on the second beat, one day I wrote her name, so this is called iambic. Now, before I begin with this beautiful love poem, I would ask you all that have you ever scribbled somebody's name, someone whom you love, on a rock or a tree trunk or on the school bench or maybe on the seashore? Then you will definitely love and connect with this particular poem, where Edmund Spenser, on his 75th sonnet, tells us what happens when he exactly does the same. Edmund Spenser was an English poet who is best known for The Fairy Queen, an epic poem and fantastical allegory. Okay, now his sonnets are very famous, and he have written this beautiful sonnet cycle that is Amority, and this cycle describes his courtship and eventual marriage to Elizabeth Boyle. Okay, so this whole sonnet cycle he have dedicated to his beloved Elizabeth Boyle here. Now, amority, the word amority means, in French, it means love. There are total 89 sonnets in amority, and the sonnet that we are going to read today is sonnet number 75. Okay, so let's just begin with the text. One day I wrote her name upon the strand, but came the waves and washed it away. So one day I wrote her name. Who is I here? There's a speaker, of course, and it seems like the poem is highly autobiographical, as if the poet himself is expressing his love for his beloved, that one day I wrote her name upon the strand. What is strand? Strand means seashore. Okay, so we often, whenever we travel and we visit seashore, we do this. don't we? But then what happens? But came the waves and washed it away. So this is very sad that the waves then comes and washed it away. So just try to imagine and connect that you have written the name of your beloved on the seashore, and the waves come and it have washed it away. Okay, again I wrote it with a second hand. So here the poet or the speaker is very desperate to write the name of his beloved. Although the waves have washed it away, again he have tried to write it with a second hand. It means that just try to imagine both of them, both the speaker and his lover, standing on the seashore, the beautiful seashore, okay, and the speaker have scribbled the name of his beloved there, and then comes the villain, okay, the waves, and washed it away, washed the name of the beloved. It happens, okay, every time you write name of your beloved on the seashore, automatically the waves will come, because this is natural, this is normal, okay, so the waves will come and washed it away. But it seems like he is probably trying to convince his beloved that no matter what happens, he will go on and write her name continuously, just to show how much he loves his beloved. And the word second hand means second time, okay? But came the tide and made my pains in his prey. Okay, so now he is saying that, but came the tide, again the tide came and made my pains his prey. Now, I wouldn't say this as a pain, because you already know the outcome, right? What is going to happen if you continuously write the name of your beloved? It does not mean that the tide won't come and washed it again. So you already know the result, okay? So it's not pain actually, but probably here Spenser, since the word pains alliterates with the word prey, so probably he have used the word pain here. So, but came the tide and made my pains his prey. Okay. So here basically he is trying to say that again and again the tide comes and made my pain his prey. Basically the tide comes like a hunter and made my pains, my efforts his prey. Prey, P-R-E-Y, prey. Prey here means, prey means victim, okay, something where like the hunter hunts on. So the name becomes a victim, because no matter how many times he writes the name on the strand, it is always washed out, it is always devoured his efforts, okay. So you will see that the tide here is personified, and he is deliberately using the word his, the pronoun basically his, instead of using its. Vain man, said she, that does it in vain essay. Now in this very short poem also we have a dialogue. Now the beloved, okay, or the lady love of the speaker or the poet himself, okay, she is saying that vain man, okay, vain man, what does it mean by the word vain? What do you mean by the word vain? Vain here means being proud or being arrogant or a bit rude, okay, a person who is trying to continuously challenge nature or natural forces, okay, because it is not possible for any human being to challenge nature. Is it possible for any human being to challenge nature? We can't go against nature. It's not possible. But here, the lover, as if He's too proud of himself, and it seems like he can challenge the power of nature. Okay, he thinks like that. So that is the reason why the beloved, the lady love, is calling him a vain man, a mortal thing so to immortalize. So she says, vain man, see, said she, that does it in vain essay, a mortal thing so to immortalize, which means that the lover is trying uselessly to make the mortal last forever. Okay. Also, the word that dust, D-O-S-T, dust, it means D-O-E-S, does. Okay, basically it is an archaic way or old-fashioned way of saying does. Okay, so the phrase here, that dust in vain essay, it means that she says that you are trying to do something in vain. Okay, that will never happen because you are trying to challenge nature. So vain here is used in double sense. Okay, number one, I have already mentioned that when she says vain man, she means actually that he's too proud. Okay, and the second vain here means that which is never going to be successful. Okay, so you are a proud man and you are going to write my name again and again only to see it washed away. So your attempt is completely useless. Okay, essay here means attempt. It's a verb. Let's just continue with the next lines. For I myself shall like to this decay, and eke my name be wiped out likewise. Now here the beloved, basically, or the lady love of the speaker or the poet, is saying that she, like nobody are immortal in this world, right? We are not immortal. We are human beings and we are very mortal, and our life is very limited. So it is not possible for any human being to live forever. So I myself, okay, I myself shall like to this decay, and eke my name be wiped out likewise. So it's not possible, as I have mentioned, that it's not possible for any human being to live forever. Is it? Is it possible? So this woman, the lady love, is very realistic. She knows that we cannot challenge nature or the natural forces. Okay, so she tries to tell him that she is going to die, and it is not possible that if, like, what is the point of writing my name on the sand when you know that it will be washed out again and again? Okay, and interestingly, she used the word eke, ke, which means also. Hearing this, the poet says, not so, quote I. Quote I means the poet says that it won't happen, because he is saying so. Okay, again, this is an archaic form of the word quote. Okay, not so, quote I, let baser things devise to die in dust, but you shall live by fame. Now, this is a very interesting remark by the poet, who says that his beloved should live forever. Okay, because he believes that whatever is common, okay, that might washed away, but your name, my love, will never, because he believes that less noble things may fade, but you will endure in eternal fame. Okay, because in Bible also there's a reference, okay, or even in any religion, it is believed that we have all come from dust. We means human beings. We have come from dust, and that we will die in dust. But here, the poet actually is trying to say that his beloved is exception, and to die in dust, it is for common people, okay? It is not for her. It is not for her, like the beloved, okay? But you shall live by fame, okay? My words, your virtues, where shall eternize? My verse, it means my poetry. So he is trying to say that his poetry, it is his poetry that will make his beloved immortal, okay? So neither his poetry is ordinary nor his beloved. So automatically it is his poetry that will make his beloved immortal, or you can say immutable, or you can say imperishable, okay? And then he says that and in the heavens write your glorious name, where, whenas death shall all the world subdue, our love shall live and later life renew. So here he says that he will not only write the name of his beloved on this earth, okay, he will also write her name in the heavens, okay? Her glorious name should sparkle there as well, okay? So he says that when everyone will die, everyone on this planet, on earth will die, okay? Then also their love shall live and later life renew, okay? So this is basically rather very sentimental thing. So it is believed that when he have written this poem, he was about to marry this lady, Elizabeth Boyle, and it is also believed that he used to write, Spenser, he used to write every single day, like one poetry each day. Okay, so you can understand the sentiments, the emotions behind this particular poetry. It's so personal and it's definitely autobiographical. And this whole idea about the waves, basically, or you can say metaphorically, it talks about the idea of time, okay? How time actually, or you can say the ocean of time is your life, and the waves comes and take away everything. That is basically the whole idea behind this poem. And that is the reason why he says that when everybody will die, we'll still be alive, because it is through his poetry that they will be remembered, they will be immortal forever, okay? So this is the general meaning and analysis of the poem. One day I wrote her name. Now that we know so much about what is sonnet and about this particular poem in details, let's just look into some critical aspect, okay? Specifically, I'm talking about the rhyme scheme, which is very important to understand the poetry when it comes to the technicality of the poem, okay? So let's just look into the rhyme scheme, okay? So first line ends with the word strand. So we name it A. The second line ends with the word away. So it is different from strand, okay? There's no similarity. Okay, so we named it B, okay? Because it does not rhyme with strand, okay? Now, the third line, it ends with hand. It definitely rhyme with the word strand, okay? So we name it. So what we have got till now, the last word, that is strand, okay, it rhymes with hand, okay, that is the third line. And the second line basically ends with away, okay, which again rhymes with pray, that is in the fourth line. Okay, so this way, if we see that if we have to break it down, the rhyme scheme is AB AB, BC BC, CD CD, EE. Okay, so this is very compact, and this is the beauty of Spenserian sonnet, okay, which is definitely different from Shakespearean sonnets as well as Petrarchan sonnets. Okay, so this is it for today's class. I hope you all have understood the poem completely. If in case you have any doubt, you can definitely let me know. Also, I will soon come up with a different topic, with another topic. Okay. Thank you all, and a very happy learning.